Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. Fairly recently, the governor of Kaduna state has refused to be a pawn in the hands of those troubling his state. Don't forget that before now, he was in support of negotiating with those troubling his state. That's talking about the bandits. But for some time now, he has realized that it's not working. We still have the likes of Matawale still greasing the hands of bandits so that he can stop the activities in his state. But guess what? It's not working. So for that reason, Kaduna State Governor has taken a very serious stand right now. You'll be so shocked with what he is saying about bandits and the position he has taken. We've revealed some of the things he has said before now and all of that. This time around, it has to do with his personal life. As serious as that. Don't forget that some time ago, when Winners Chapel were being troubled by, activities of bandits and abductors, it came to a point that Bishop David Oyedepo, who is the president of Winners Chapel, came out clearly and said not even a dime will leave his pocket to the purse of any bandit or abductor, that he's not ready to negotiate with anyone. And from all indication, that's the same page that the governor of Kaduna State is currently occupying right now. And he's now personalizing the whole stuff. You're going to hear what he has to say. But before we continue with details of the news and for the analysis, if you've not subscribed, just hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos on our channel. All right, let's look at the news in detail. The Kaduna State Governor, Nasser El-Rufai, has said he will never pay a ransom to bandits even if they abduct his son. The governor said this in a radio chat on Friday in Kaduna to underscore his government policies of not negotiating with bandits. Mr. El-Rufai has consistently said government should only apply force in dealing with bandits and other violent criminals, reiterating the stand on Thursday by stressing that bandits do not deserve to live. In his current remark on Friday, Mr. El-Rufai said he had warned his family members to be careful to avoid being abducted. He said he also told them he would never pay a ransom for their freedom should any of them get into the hands of bandits. According to him, he said, "I mean it, and I will say it again here. Even if my son is kidnapped, I would rather pray for him to make heaven instead because I won't pay any ransom." This is serious. Asked what his government was doing to secure the release of the student kidnapped at the Federal College of Forestry Mechanization, Kaduna, in March, the governor said the government would keep exploring other ways to get them back to their families, but stressed that the government is absolutely not paying ransom. He said the state government will keep exploring those other means until the students are released. Mr. El-Rufai has been under pressure from the parents of the student, others concerned persons and groups to negotiate with the bandits for the release of the student. The state government of Katsina, Niger, and Zamfara were believed to have negotiated with abductors for the release of hundreds of students kidnapped from their states. The federal government, too, was also believed to have negotiated with the abductors of students from a girls' school in Dachi, Yobe State, in an incident in which the abductors withheld one of the students, Liz Sharibu, allegedly because she refused to renounce her faith, one of their conditions for the release of the student. Governor Bello Matawale of Zamfara is a promoter of dialogue with bandits that have been attacking rural communities, abducting for ransom and stealing cows in many states in the Nigerian Northwest and North Central. Governor El-Rufai had publicly decried the policy of the Zamfara governor and blamed it for the failure of the affected state government to coordinate their action to flush out the bandits from their forest hideout in the state. On the radio chat on Friday, the Kaduna governor also spoke on the ongoing staff retrenchment in local government council in the state. According to him, he said it is an exercise that is necessary. We have made it clear that any person working with a certificate below a diploma should not be part of our civil service except junior workers who are essential workers. Another thing we learned also is the lesson we got from the lockdown. We have less workers coming to work and still getting work done. It is obvious the majority of the workers, especially in the middle cadre, are actually not doing anything. Some don't even go to work and yet get their salaries. We can't be wasting government money to pay salaries of people who are not needed. We need money to work for the people of Kaduna because that is what we swore to do. On developmental project going on in the state, Mr. El-Rufai said his government hoped to complete all its major works before the end of 2023. According to him, he said the government will soon begin the light rail project, which will be the first in Nigeria. The first phase will commence soon. It is going to run through Ahmadu Bello Way from Maraban Jos all through to KRPC. We are at the final stage of completing the paperwork with the federal government and work will begin soon. The governor thanked the people of Kaduna State for their support to his government since its inception. I'd like to give him a wow for the statement that he has made thus far. I know most people will not be in support of this because some will be saying it's because the reason why you're not negotiating for the student to be released, it is because it's not your own child. As painful as this will be, if you look at it from the perspective of where he's coming from, you realize that he's trying to discourage the activities of banditry in Nigeria, especially in his own state. For now, youths love to capitalize on anything that is most profitable. And I can tell you that the newest illegal industry in Nigeria is abduction industry. People really enjoy it. That's why you see it's happening in virtually all the states in Nigeria. You go to the north, go to the south, southeast, southwest, south, everywhere it's happening. The youth just feel that this is the ideal thing to do so that you can enrich your pocket until a time like this where they are being discouraged. You hear what he said, that instead of him paying a ransom, he would rather pray that his son will go to heaven from there. Which means anything that happens resulting to abducting his children, he will consider it to be the will of God for it to happen. His only prayer will be, dear Lord, whatever that happens to him there, let him make heaven at the end of the day so that we can see after now. Just to tell you that he is very serious about it. I mean, for me, I as much as I feel the pains of the parents and all of that, I feel that this is a right step in the right direction. But at the same time, I would like to plead with the governor of Kaduna State to do well in the area of security. Because if you say you're not going to do anything about it, before you can stand that ground, you may have, you must have given so much into security, ensuring that there is no area in your state that is vulnerable to the attack of this banditry. Because that's another thing. You can't say that you're not going to allow your children to go out and beg, but at the same time, you don't provide food for them. Ensure that these guys are flushed out by putting relevant security architecture that will stop their own activities. As you are discouraging them and taking drastic legal action against those who are arrested, do well also to make sure that they talk on a daily basis to the people and also let them know that one of the responsibility is to cooperate with the security operatives and make sure that they work against any form of banditry activities in their area. It's very important. For me, I think that's one of the major ways that these banditries will be discouraged, because hey, is almost doing it now. You understand? Go to the south and see what is happening on a daily basis. There was a time I heard that a woman who was selling a fish was being abducted just for maybe 60,000 or 100,000 or so. You can imagine. And right now, they make it a duty that if they abduct someone, if you don't drop a dime, they can never release the person. I mean, this is serious. So for me, I think it's a good warning he's sending out, but then he has to do something so much about insecurity. We like to leave it there, though we don't pray that anybody should be kidnapped, because kidnapping is not a good thing. But we'll leave it there. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. What do you think about what El-Rufai